To start the lab, you want to make sure you have proper clothing, which includes goggles, closed-toed shoes, and shirts with sleeves. To start the lab, we used a balance to calculate the mass of the empty volumetric flasks. Afterwards, we moved the sugar solution from the stock container into a beaker. We did this because you do not want a pipette from the stock container. Next, we wanted to make sure we primed the pipette, so we rinsed it 3 times with water and 3 times with solution. And this helps get rid of the unneeded water that could potentially mess with calculations later on. Afterwards, the pipette was used to draw the solution into the bulb. First, we squeezed the bulb, and then we placed it on top of the pipette to draw up a solution. We wanted to make sure we don't let the solution into the bulb. Next, once enough solution was drawn up, we removed the bulb and put our finger on top of the pipette to keep the liquid in the pipette. Afterwards, we checked for the meniscus and transferred the solution to the volumetric flask. So, what is a meniscus? A meniscus is a curve seen at the top of a liquid due to it being put in a container, and it is from where measurements are made. A meniscus occurs because of the adhesive nature of water and how it is attracted to the container. In our situation, the meniscus was concave up, and so we took measurements from the bottom of the curve. Next, we placed the volumetric flask on a balance when it was full and got a reading. Our goal is overall to use the change in the mass to help get density. So we repeated this process several trials, and also we repeated it in order to find a density of an unknown solution in challenge 3, and our unknown was solution number 369. So the stock solution is important in this process because it is a prepared solution that enables solutions of lesser concentration to be made, which is known as dilution. Dilution and stock solution are related by the equation C1V1 equals C2V2, where C1 is the concentration of the stock solution, V1 is the volume of the stock. C2 is a new concentration, which in many cases we are trying to find, and V2 is the volume with the stock added and the solvent added. At the conclusion of the lab, we wanted to make sure our space was properly cleaned and excess reagent was properly dealt with. We put most of the excess liquid reagents down the sink and then placed our containers in the sink and cleaned them. We also wiped down our space and then put away our containers.